Hi, my name is NJAU. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this channel we talk everything about relationships, parenting, and most definitely our salvation journey. So if you have any questions about those three topics, I'm going to share my number down below, or you can leave your comments on the comment section. And if you want us to go deeper, you want to have a personal talk with me, I'm going to leave my number down below. You can call or WhatsApp that number. So in today's topic, I want to share with you some of the things that women complain about, or they feel like this guy does not take me serious, this guy does not know how I feel, how much I want this relationship to work. And in most cases, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why this man will never take you serious. Whether you are dating, married, or whatever it is, that this man will never take you serious no matter what you do. Because in most cases, women are more into relationship than men. I'm not saying men are not interested in relationship. They are, because that is why they chase women. But what I'm trying to say is, like, in most cases, you find that a woman is so much into making this relationship work that she even forgets who she is in some cases. So let me give you some tips or some pointers. I'm going to share with you 3 points that may awaken you and make you realize the mistakes you've been making if your relationship, if your man has not been taking you serious. Now, without any further ado, let me just get straight to the point. The number 1 reason why a man will never take you serious is because you don't know what you want. If you don't know what you want, nobody else is going to come and figure out what you want for you. You have to know what you want. This is what you want. This is how I want it, okay? And the reason why I say this is because most ladies go against their principles to please someone else. You're busy doing something you don't like because this relationship has to work. This man has to love me. I have to make sure that we don't break up. I have to make sure that we take photos on social media. People have to know that our relationship is working. So at the end of the day, it's not about you, it's about making another person happy. You don't even know what you want yourself. Or maybe you do know what you want, but you're not doing what you want because you're afraid you're going to lose this person. You're afraid of what people are going to say. So if you don't know what you want, then don't expect anybody else to come and tap you on the shoulder and tell you what you want. And let me tell you something. I have a video on my YouTube channel. I'm going to share the link down below, where I've talked about principles. Principles are things that you don't negotiate. I don't do this, and let this person know from the get-go that I don't do this. If you don't go sleeping around, let this person know. If you don't worship idols, let this person know. Whatever it is that you know you cannot compromise, those are what we call principles. Even the Bible is governed by principles. There are things in the Bible that will never change, no matter which generation we are in. Doesn't matter, they'll never change. Those are God's principles, and there are things that change with generations. Let me give you an example. We no longer go sacrifice on those, you know, the way Abraham and Akina Moses used to sacrifice a lamb, make that hiyo kitu ya kusacrifice and then put a lamb. That is not what we do nowadays. Does that mean we don't give offerings? No, we do. But what do we give? We give money, because that is the generation we are right now. But the principles of God never change. If God says that the wages of sin is death, it doesn't matter the generation, after which generation, that will never change. Those are the principles I'm talking about. You as a person need to have, or you as a lady need to have this principle. Like your man knows, no matter how much I try to tell her to do this, she cannot do that, okay? And don't compromise that because of being afraid of losing this relationship, or being afraid of losing anyone. If they cannot love you the way you are, then they need to make sacrifices as much as you are making sacrifices, okay? So write down your principles. I keep saying this, you'd rather have 1 principle that you follow than have 20 that you don't, okay? So make sure you understand who you are. Make sure that you know deep inside your heart, this is who I am. So if you identify who you are, then you most definitely know who you're not. The number 2 point that I would like to share with you is that you always talk too much, and you talk to everybody. You don't even know who is telling you what. Do you get me? Ladies have a way of saying like, mi nitaongea initoke, mwenye ataongea ongea. It is okay, but have people or have a person that you can confide in, a person that you trust, okay? Don't go sharing or asking for opinions from every Tom, Dick and Harry you find. You come to me, ask me for a, we will all have different opinions. You're talking too much. And this person, because at the end of the day, you have so many answers, you don't even know which one to follow. So how do you expect your man to take you serious? Today you're saying this, tomorrow you're saying this, the other day you're saying this, the other day you're saying this. You don't even know what you want. So you stop talking too much. Stop overexposing yourself. Stop overexposing your relationship. I can tell you for real, most people you tell your problems, they don't care. Whether they don't. And if they do, they care, they want to listen so that they can go gossip about it. Let's be honest. So stop overexposing yourself. Have a small cycle. Have a small cycle that you can confide in, that you can talk to, people that you can trust, okay? It's not everybody that comes that you feel let me talk to this one. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own reasoning. Everybody has their own definition of love and relationship. And the person they are dealing with is not the same person you're dealing with, okay? So stop overexposing yourself. This person will never take you serious as long as you keep talking to everyone. Even his friends, you keep even telling them whatever issue you have exposed your relationship so much that you don't even know what you want. And the last thing I want to share with you is that this is so important. So hear me out on this one. Stop issuing empty threats. Ladies, you are good at this. Nitaenda, nitakuacha, nitafanya, and then you're doing nothing about it. Stop issuing empty threats. If you're leaving, communicate in a mature way. Let this person know I'm leaving because of this and this and this. But stop most of these ladies, wewe mwenyewe ndio unaendanga alafu hata hakuna mtu amekuita usharudi. When will this person ever take you serious? Hata ukienda atasema huyo acha naye anaendanga alafu anakam. Stop issuing those threats. If you want to leave, if you want to give each other space, give each other space in a respectful way. Like, let me tell you, spacing or giving each other space is not a breakup. And let me give you an example. If at all you're watching a movie, unataka upause your movie, it does not mean utaendelea kuwatch your movie. Umewatch your movie, unataka kufigure out nitaendelea na hii movie ama hata ina bore in the first place, okay? So when you take a break or when you give each other space, it's time for you to go and evaluate. Tulianzia hapa, tumefika hapa, hizi ndio zimekuwa zikifanya tusikizane. These are the reasons why we are fighting. This is where I need to work on myself. This is where that space he needs to work on himself. This is where I need to grow up, if at all there is some growing up that needs to be done. That is the time you take to analyze and know if relationship inaenda wapi. Is it even worth it? Is it worth fighting for? Is it even, do I quit? And how do I quit? If you have children, if I quit, what will happen to these children? That is the meaning of giving each other space. But you cannot be claiming mmepeana space, ulitoka kwake jana na mmechat the whole day na the whole night. What space is there? It's like you are together but from a distance. So if you have to give each other space, go your way, let him go his way, figure out what you want as he does the same, and then at the end of the day you're going to come together and realize this is where we made a mistake, this is what we need to change, this is what we need to work on, okay? So stop saying you've given each other space na mnaongea kila siku, and then after some few days feelings ni zile usharudi, you've not even figured out what you want, you've not even understood what you want in your life, you're just uko tu, ulienda mkachat ukarudi. Space is space, okay? Like I was saying, don't use that, and when you give each other space, please don't use that time to revenge. At your husband slept with so and so, so this time we have broken up, I'm also going to sleep. That is the most stupid thing you can ever do. Let me tell you something. Umeenda kulala na mtu juu chali yako lala na mtu. Usisahau ni mwili yako inatumika, si mwili ya chali yako, okay? So at the end of the day, do the math and see whether it's worth it in the first place. So when you give each other space, like I've said, use this time to analyze and know ni wapi tulikosea, ni wapi tunani rectify, and all those things. At the end of the day, let me tell you something. People say tumepewa 70 years za kuishi. If unapewa extension unaongezewa a few years, good for you, but they are not going to be so productive because your level of energy has gone down. Unaweza fanya kitu, yes, lakini it's not going to be as productive as when you're young. So figure out what you want. 0 to 18 hakuna tunakwanga umefanya, inakwanga tu ni shule. To some point inaweza fika hata uko shule until you're 20 something. So you waste a whole 20, your life has been school and work maybe until you're around 23, 24. And then you want to waste a whole 10 years in a relationship that ends up breaking your heart. You need to figure, nobody wants that to happen. So before it's too late, before you get to that point where una feel hata mnaanza kuthreateniana, like someone is even threatening to kill you and you're still there. You're still trying to figure, you're praying. Okay, let me tell you, prayers are good, but God hates foolishness. Okay? There's a difference between praying and foolishness. Okay? You need to understand that. So don't waste your time. Figure out what you want. If you give each other space, let it be space. Don't be saying you're giving each other space and you're chatting the whole time. Hapo hakuna space. Be on yourself. Figure out what you want, and itakusaidia ku go back to my first point, knowing yourself. The moment you know yourself and the moment you know who you are, I said it, you most definitely know who you're not. And if you know what you want, in life, you know what you don't. Okay? There are always two ways of doing things. You're either doing things the right way or the wrong way. So for you to do things the right way, you need to figure out all these things. And the first thing, work on yourself. Work on yourself first, okay? So that you can be able to accommodate someone else. If you're not happy, you cannot make anyone happy. You have to be happy. Happy alone. Happy around doing the things that you love. Don't let your happiness or your joy not depend on someone else. Like ukiwa kwa nyumba peke yako unauliza, sasa atakuja saa ngapi? You're not even happy yourself. You need to be happy alone before you accommodate someone else or you can make someone else happy. Work on yourself. When you give each other space, work on yourself. Spiritually, emotionally, financially, whatever way you need to do, work on yourself. And I'll recommend a channel by Muthoni Mukiri. She has a very, very good, she has very good content. If at all you're in an abusive relationship, she says she was in an abusive relationship. She dated a narcissist. So you can watch her channel. You can check her channel out. If you're in a toxic relationship, I keep saying this, if people share what they've been through, it's so much easier for you to understand and to know how to come out of that situation. Personally, I've never been in a toxic relationship. If I share with you anything about toxic relationship, is what I've heard other people say. But she's in a good position to share with you how to get out of a toxic relationship. Okay, so check out her channel, subscribe to her channel, and subscribe to this channel as well. So God bless you so much. I hope to see you on my next one. Bye bye.